me, Monster Mack,
and Trainee number 1,
along with our special guest once again. It's
Trainee number 9.
Trainee number 9 up in the house. Everybody was such a big fan of Trainee number 9 and being fine, so they asked him to be on episode number 2, Mac.
That's right, number 1. I'm just gonna call you guys by numbers.
I'm not down with that.
It was way confusing the first time around.
The only person who was confusing too was you. I'm not down with that. You call me Trainee.
9, wasn't it confusing?
Trainee number 1.
Actually, I really wasn't even that confused. I don't know what your deal is, man.
It was a very confusing one. I don't know.
You stop calling me 1. I'm gonna start calling you Steve Mack.
I don't know. I don't want to confuse the German listeners out there. They might think I'm continuously saying no when I'm
Nine, Mack.
trying to talk to Trainee number 9. Exactly. That's a good example.
I don't think anyone is gonna think that at all.
No, you don't think so?
How about we finish the introduction to the episode? How about that?
We got some action-packed stuff to talk about on this podcast.
What is this? Is this the Mackcast? You should probably tell people that.
It's me, Monster Mack, and it's here. You're listening to the Mackcast. If you don't know what you're listening to, then you got problems, kid.
I don't think there's any problems. I think you're just supposed to intro the show, by the way. I'm just saying.
I think we did do the intro, right? I said
by now, the intro is done. Yeah.
We missed our chance?
No, we nailed it. It's been nailed, my friend.
All right, it is done and said with. But on this podcast, we got some great stuff. Trainee number 9 is in the house. You already know that. But we got big news.
Big news. It's about to get freaky deaky in here.
See, Trainee number 9 doesn't
He takes it the weird way. Every time we talk to him, he just goes strangely. And we've got to mention, we got Cran Juice in the house, by the way. He's our international fact checker.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
So anytime you hear anything wrong with what we say in the podcast, you can contact Cran Drew Donald on Facebook. That's CRAN Drew Donald.
Yeah, just take it up with him, and he'll get back to you with a polite email. I said polite email.
Yeah, no expletives. I know Cran Man likes to let the expletives fly.
He likes to use the capital letters a lot.
Yeah,
he likes to have his cap lock on at all times.
If you're a blonde, send your pictures.
Wait, say that again there, Trainee 9.
All I have to say is Granger loves the blonde. So if you're a blonde, send your pictures, send your 8x10s, your headshots. He'll model for you.
Wait. Are you telling me Granger is going to model for people?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I don't know where number 9's getting his news from, but...
listen, Trainee number 9, he's a man of many facts. He knows Muldoon. He knows Cran Drew. He's getting the weird stuff done here on the Monster Mack podcast, the Mackcast, as I like to call it.
Can you do some fact checking on there, Cran Man, about you liking the blondes? I'm not sure. But anyways...
Yeah, what's your preferably?
I prefer anything that is generally a female.
That's Cran Drew saying he likes anything that walks.
He can take it where he can get it, right, Granger?
Beggars don't choose. He's talking to you, Mrs. I don't want to say her name. I was going to say it. There's a funny thing.
You
I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't say it.
But anyways, we're going to move on to the big news that I was talking about. Do you even know what the news is, number 9?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I'm not even sure, personally.
The huge news. Come on, man. Lately, we've been having a big feud with Nick Knight and Mack Damon.
Oh, it's a feud, my friend.
It's been going down. We've been having many matches with them. And
Nick Knight. Oh, yeah. And Mack Damon, that's who we're wrestling.
Yeah,
at.
can you believe it? Number 9.
Nick Knight
and Mack Damon were our opponents.
Mack Damon is not involved in this.
Mack Damon of course, he was involved in
number 9
in the match.
Are you still smoking them giant ass cigars that I've been telling you to quit already? Your voice seems very rugged over there. What's going on?
I want to see if I can get fact checker Cranju. Can you go get me a drink?
And while you're getting that drink, can you see if number 9's still smoking them cigars?
Yeah,
Is
fact
that on the internet?
check that.
We need a fact check on that one.
It's fruit punch in the fridge. I like fruit punch.
But we've been wrestling them guys lately. We've been doing a lot of matches for Showcase Pro Wrestling.
Yep, SP Dub.
And we talked a little about it before. We can never really get the best of them guys. They bring their game, and
yeah, they do. They bring the game.
All kinds of stuff.
If you add it up every time Nick Knight or Mack Damon has punched you in the face, it would be well into the thousands.
Thousands of punches, he's suggesting.
Thousands of punches.
I'm thinking it's in the hundreds, but...
probably like 175 maybe.
I'm thinking like 230.
Yeah, I really
230
doubt it,
punches in the face, I'd say.
my face is still pretty damn good.
It's surprising how attractive you still are. I'm not going to lie to you.
I appreciate that, but I really think it has something to do with putting hand rule in wrestling.
Yeah.
As a baby face.
Hot baby face
keep
action.
That
Yeah,
open
that
hand
open.
The mask does a lot to protect my wonderful face. Of course, that's why I have to wear it at all
Right.
times.
Now, are we going to get to that news? Or
Well, we're going to eventually get to it. We're building up. We're trying to
Building.
get suspension.
we're going to build to the news?
Yeah, we're trying to have the fans
Did you say suspension?
suspension.
I don't think
What, that's not the word for it?
I don't think so.
Well, we're trying to get the fans suspended.
No, we're not trying to suspend anybody.
No,
No.
to suspend the belief.
No. All right, dude. What's the news?
The news is that we had a recent match with them for the
With who?
showcase.
Nick Knight and Mark Damon. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
All right. You didn't put any ice in my drink? What kind of fact checker are you? Check your facts. Trainee number 1 likes ice in his drinks. That's that air, Mac. Why aren't you talking?
Hey, because I'm getting a phone call right now and I'm debating on whether or not I should pick it up. Oh, it's one of the many ladies that I know, so I'm going to have to take that one later. But yeah, we had a match with them recently. It was our last chance to win the
last ditch effort at Mac. I want to say that we came out on top. Yeah.
That's right, absolutely we did, and we in
I took it
fact
a little creepy there. I don't know why. Because the end of the match was a little creepy.
yeah, it was a little odd.
There was some
but-
creepy dudes in masks with some chairs, and I think one of them looked like Jack Black from that terrible wrestling movie.
Yeah, I wasn't even there, but I actually bugged your mask with a little teeny camera. So I actually saw everything that went down, and you know what? It wasn't exactly kosher, but you won. You guys are freaking great.
Dude, that thing was very uncomfortable, by the way. It kept jabbing me in my eyebrow slightly during the match, like jab. There was little trickles of blood and stuff. It was awful. Never do that again, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but
guys,
Just show up. How about that? Just show up to the show.
but there's a good
How was
reason why he wasn't there. He was injured, remember?
I remember he's in a wheelchair right in front of me right now. I don't need
Of course
to.
he is.
I'm not gonna forget that he's hurt.
Well, look at his neck brace.
I
Jesus.
can't even move right now. I'm basically a quadriplegic.
Are you telling me that you couldn't have just sat at ringside while I wheeled you out there? Maybe you would have said like, "Hey, Trainee, look out! There's some guys with chairs and stuff."
That would have been a big help if you ask me.
Yeah, a real big help, pal.
My jaw's been broken for the past week. What do you want me to say?
That was not a real word he said at the end there. All right, Mac. So we won the tag belts.
We are in
We are
fact
the
the
Showcase
new
Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
No, I don't know. I don't feel so good about it because
Wasn't done in the best way possible. We weren't happy with the outcome.
You know,
with the
I
masked
knew
guys.
I knew
and,
that we could give it all,
I
and I
think
knew
maybe-
that we could beat them fairly right in
Right,
the
right.
middle of the ring, and it did not go down that way.
So
And
we're throwing it out on the podcast right now. Next time Nick Knight and Mark Damon want a tag team title shot, we're gonna give it to them. That's a guarantee.
yeah, but
Give it to him hard.
All right, Trainee, again taking a left on creepy lane.
I knew they're probably pissed off about the whole thing because the masked guys also beat the crap out of them with the
Right,
chairs.
they gave him the old dirty.
All I'm trying to
whooping.
say, I'm making a challenge right now, a sweet Monster Mac challenge
Are
going
you a
down
challenge?
to
Or are you
any...
leaving the any masked weird guys to
No,
attack
no,
us?
no, no, no,
No.
I don't want to get attacked again.
I'm just asking. I don't know
I'm
where you're
making
going
a challenge to all the SPW tag teams out there.
with it.
I
Yeah.
really want to feel accomplished as the SPW tag team
So
champion.
we're leaving
So
the challenge open to anybody then?
I'm
Is that what you're
leaving it
saying?
open to anyone.
Wait a minute, Max. So you mean to tell me you don't even want to know who it was that hit you with the title? Oh, wait a minute.
That was me. They hit me with the chair, not a title.
Yeah, I don't
They
really
hit you
give
with
it.
the chair?
I was
What was your
feeling-
perception like from that mask cam? Obviously, you didn't see what really happened.
It was like half eye hole, half a turnbuckle. It was just strange. But I tried my best, you know.
Training number
I'm not a
9.
mechanic.
Number 9. I'm glad you brought that up because I was in fact fine. I didn't get hit with no damn chair, and I had a great night. I
Yeah,
had a
you were
tag
fine,
belt
but what
around
about
my-
trainee number 1?
He was pretty.
You got your
badly
jaw
hurt.
jacked too, bro. Though he gave you the old gimmick surprise.
Yeah, I
at the
wasn't,
end there.
but it's not like some masked
Bingo,
stranger
bango.
whacked me with the chairs. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But you were pretty pissed off. Them guys
I was not a happy trainee. I'll tell you that.
caused you a big cut on your back too.
Yeah, man.
It
I
was-
got there's a whole gig mark right across my back from that gosh darn steel chair.
You know,
I'll
you,
tell you
you
that.
got to keep changing your sheets. You got blood all over your sheets, and you have to keep sending them to the washing machine.
I
don't
got
know
blood
what's
on my
going
favorite T-shirt. I was not happy.
It's a laceration.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it.
It's a big gash.
It's not like a huge gash. It's just like a line, like somebody just
No,
like, cut me so bad I wish they don't cut me.
It's an abrasion.
Sure thing, trainee number 9.
now don't you think go to the hospital to maybe get a few stitches? But I know the Monster Mack training school doesn't really provide health insurance.
Yeah,
or
we
anything
got
like
no
that.
health insurance. Showcase Pro Wrestling doesn't provide me with any health insurance. So I think the doctor in the Monster Mack training school, which is really just Monster Mack in a doctor's coat with some super glue,
It's scabbed. Let it all scab up.
and then pick the scab, right?
Don't pick. You gotta eat it if you're picking. it.
I'm not gonna eat it. That's a strange thing to say. You're a weird dude.
I'm just saying, man. It's protein.
Speaking of being a weird dude, Mac, we got a pretty funny story this week about something that happened last week. We got invited to a Sweet 16 birthday party.
Now that is, in fact, a fact.
A Sweet 16 birthday party. They wanted Mac. They wanted Trainee. They wanted Trainee number 9. They wanted the whole Mac Attack package.
No, I was
That doesn't
not.
sound right for a Sweet 16 party. Wait a minute.
Wait,
No. They
let
wanted
me
the
just say I was not fully aware that it was
Right,
a Sweet
I thought we were
16
going
when
into
I
the
took this
deal.
invite.
I thought we were going into the deal at like a 10-year-old's birthday party or something.
There was going to be some cake, some candles, not a bunch of 16-year-old girls in dresses.
Right, and we were invited to the party. I'm not gonna lie, food was delicious. I had a great time.
No, I had a great time in general.
We all know you
It
had a
was
great
just-
time,
it was-
Mac. We seen the photos on Facebook.
Oh, they're on Facebook?
Oh, there's some photos on Facebook,
Oh,
and you
jeez.
you're holding some of those 16-year-old girls a little close.
No, it was hard training number 1. I had to scout the radar. I got the Monster Mac age.
Were you checking
appropriate
IDs?
Radar. I was checking.
I know
some
Trainee number
IDs,
9
you
wasn't
know
checking
what I mean?
IDs. Trainee number 9 was
Well,
slanging
how
that,
old is Trainee
slanging and
number-
dangling all over the place.
I never even asked
Yeah,
him how
well-
old this guy is. Do you hit the 18 mark? 'Cause,
I'm like, what,
yeah,
17?
You're over the 15. I know that you can't. sign
Nah,
up to the
it's all
training school.
perfectly legal. Trust me. I've read thousands of law books.
This is a legitimate story right now.
No, what
We
was
were sitting there, Trainee number 9. He requested the Men in Black song and Gangnam Style or whatever, however you say it. How do you say it?
Gangnam Style's my favorite.
And then Trainee number 9 disappeared for a good 25
he dipped
minutes.
out while all these girls were doing the
We
Gangnam
couldn't find
Style cowboy dance.
We could not find Trainee number 9 for the life of us. We looked in the bathrooms. We looked underneath tables. Mac was looking underneath tables that 16-year-old girls were sitting at. It got awkward.
Now I hope the birthday girl really enjoyed our appearance because she got.
She
some
did say we
sweet
made the party
deals.
better. We gave her a free DVD. Well, Mac, let's
I wasn't
let's
talking
go.
about the DVD.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I was talking about I graced the party with my sweet, wonderful voice and did a duet with the birthday girl's mom.
Well, let's say this from the beginning, Mac. Let's tell the story as it goes. We show up to the Portuguese banquet hall or whatever it was,
yeah.
and full gear. We're in mask, wrestling gear. You're in your shoulder pads. Trainee number 9's got his cape on. I'm rocking the jers. We get in the ring.
Yeah,
I even say we get in the ring. There was no ring involved. We go into the Portuguese hall.
It was
We
basically a ring. We were basically in the jungle.
welcome to the jungle, my friend, because they've got fun and games.
Plenty of games and fun and everything you need.
All right, so we go in. We meet up the birthday girl. We meet the mom. We meet everybody that we're supposed to meet. Bingo, bango.
We gave her a little introduction on the microphone.
Well, even before that, we did like a big entrance with her. Her big entrance to
Yeah.
the party. She was accompanied by me, Mac, and Trainee number 9, and we were like throwing glow sticks and getting the crowd all hyped. It was a sight to see.
I did the worm. You remember that? When I was doing the
You did the worm. I wasn't during the entrance though. That was later on when you guys were dancing. You guys were dancing with young ladies, and I was dancing with grandmas.
that
I busted some moves on some grandmas, dog. I'll tell you that right now.
they were age-appropriate grandmothers, so that's all right.
Well, they're of age, so you know what? You can grind on them, whatever. Grannies are just good to go.
You gotta love the good to go grannies.
they're experience. It's all about
Right.
experience.
So we do the big intro.
I claim myself as the
Mac
host
takes the mic.
of
He
the
claims
party.
himself as the host of the party. Oddly enough, and then what do we do? We all ended up. She did the first dance with her dad, and we all sat back down at our table and realized, wow, this is pretty strange.
But we're gonna get some free food.
Boom! In came the chicken malasades, or not malasades. What is that? Mozambique. Fact check that. What is that?
Oh.
Chicken Mozambique. Craig just says, "Yep, it's Mozambique."
Jamie Candido, the
I don't think that's his name.
What?
I think it's Sean Candido.
What's his name? Peter Candido?
Frankie. No. It's
I just know him as Candino.
No, it's not Candido. It's
Candino.
Sean Candido. And we were there with Bob Mendel from the band Bob Mendel and the Bob Mendel 5.
Yep, and I had him hold my
No
teeth.
relation to Howie, of course.
Of course.
I had him hold my teeth up while I had a little snacky snack.
And then, so the 16-year-old girls started handing out lap dances. So, of course,
Well-
Monster Mac had to hit the floor.
That is not what happened.
That is exactly what happened. There was a lap. You don't remember that?
No, I don't recall that one.
That was from you too many shots and beers, my friend. You don't remember you backed your thing up onto the dance floor?
Oh,
bang, bang,
yeah.
bang, when the underage girls were lap dancing each other.
Yeah, I was involved in my own lap dance. I was giving myself a lap dance.
Well, you were
I
shaking
was
your
so
ass pretty close to
disappointed.
that young girl.
Yeah, well, I was so disappointed of how underage these girls were. I had to give myself a lap dance.
Trainee number 9. I'm going to ask you right now, where were you during that 25 minutes that you disappeared?
Well, about the time that you guys were all having your little lap dance summer love party over there.
That was just him, pal. I was sitting up with Bob Mendel eating some chicken.
Yeah, but that was a deep conversation. Don't act like I didn't see you. I seen you. I seen you having that conversation, so I left. You know what I mean? I went across the street, and I went to Cumberland Farms because I was really thirsty. And I wanted to...
I smelled some bullshit there, Trainee number 9. They were handing out gallons of drinks at this party.
Does this all has something to do with your tobacco-loving problem?
No, well, I
You was
had to
getting
get...
them cigars, weren't you? Oh, no.
Monster Mac, best not check in my backpack. I got cigars in there.
Trainee number 1, I don't think this is a cigar problem, dude. I think he's back on the crack. I don't know.
Are you back on crack?
Is that what's going on? But anyways,
I believe that's a song. I'm
anyways,
just throwing it out there. There's a cat sitting on our podcasting
there was
equipment.
some karaoke going on in the party. I graced my wonderful voice, and I did "I Will Do Anything for Love" from Meatloaf.
You did a beautiful job.
It was a
Trainee
wonderful
number 9
time.
did a kip up off the stage onto the ground. He also melted. This was all during his return when he came back from from wherever he went for 25 minutes. I know where he went. I just want to know what his story is. I know your tricks, Trainee number 9. I know your tricks.
Yeah, you're just like Dennis. You know that? You're just like Dennis from It's Always Sunny. You play these games. Not me, pal.
I ain't playing any games, pal. I was enjoying the party. I didn't have any alternative motives for showing up, dipping out with young girls. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? Trainee number 9. I mean, he's only 17 himself, but hanging out with young girls, dipping away from the party,
And
leaving
come on,
the,
you don't
leaving
have
the
to
team.
you don't have to show the young girls your crack ways either. You and her was smoking a bowl outside of the. I don't know where I'm going with this. But anyways, it was a fun night. After I realized there was no girls that were.
Well,
18
Mac, I want to let you
or
know right
older.
now. You found out who the overage girls were. It was the mom,
Yeah,
and you were viciously hitting on her the whole night.
yeah, but then
It was pretty ridiculous.
She was definitely hot. I mean,
Hey, I was.
She was down to party. She enjoyed. You saying it. I'll do anything for love, and I seen the look she was giving you, Mac.
Oh, really? I
I
did.
seen it. She was looking in your eyes.
See, I was really trying to connect with the girls off stage through vocal experiences.
And you were hoping that the vocal experience would be delayed until they turned 18,
Of
right?
course, yeah. There's nothing wrong with setting it up. You know what I mean?
I think
I'll
you're
wait.
forgetting about that one girl sitting in the chair with the largest frown I've ever seen. And you just on one knee, kind of like singing your heart out to her, and she had no part of it.
She wasn't feeling it. I thought
What
she
song
was.
were you singing? I don't even remember that.
It was Meatloaf.
Just an extended version of Meatloaf. He just kept saying the hook over and over again, no matter what the words were. He wasn't even reading the teleprompter, I swear.
I know the words by
he's
heart.
a wild
all right?
man. He doesn't use teleprompters.
Absolutely not. I know that song.
I don't think you do. After watching you do it, I think you might have been a little off. That's
But-
just my,
They were digging it, but we had to get out of there because the girls were going wild for Monster Mac after that performance.
Shoes were getting kicked off, skirts were getting hiked up. We had to get out of there
It just had to be
before the
done.
police showed up.
Savage Mongoose.
Whatever that means, that's what happened.
That's a bike, right?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about they're like a bunch of wild little critters.
Oh,
They
I
were crazy.
see.
We had to get out of there.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
So we threw down the smoke grenade. Trainee number 9 flashed his cape, and we were gone.
Bum, bum, bum.
So It was very fun, but let's go on to the next subject because I ain't having that.
What is that? Let's go on to the next subject. Like we have anything really planned out. Like we didn't just plug this stuff in and be like, all right, it's podcast time.
We're not. You're telling me you guys are not reading your cliff notes?
I don't have any kind of notes in front of me.
No.
Cranju's fact checking over there, but I really think he's just trying to kick it with some chick on Facebook.
Are you texting during the fact checking? Checking?
No, I actually just found out that Trainee number 9 was right. Back on Crack is actually a song.
That was me that said that. Training. See, you have to go check this podcast to fact check what you're talking about.
You have to check your own
I
facts.
said Back to Crack. I know it's a song, man. I don't need you to check that. This guy.
So in WCW,
wait.
Whaling Championship Wrestling.
Whaling City Wrestling.
Whaling City Wrestling. Jesus. Where are you, Cran, man? We need some fact checks here.
You gotta check that Mack, dude. He's
all
over the place.
Whaling City Wrestling.
It is Whaling City Wrestling.
What?
You said Whaling Championship Wrestling.
No, I said Whaling City Wrestling. Right, Cran Man? Right? Yes, that's right.
Yeah, Cran Man gives the thumbs up.
All right, so we wrestled the convicts. We've been
Right.
going it out, duking it out with them guys. They've been in and out of jail, going on their crime sprees, stealing all kinds of stuff.
Right, Mac, and the convicts match is the convicts match. That's one thing. We lost the rematch for the tag titles. I was a little bummed, but it's what happened after the match. That was really the big shocker.
Mac, I just gotta say, man, I feel so guilty about hitting you directly in the face with that baton.
Yeah, I had a lump on my forehead for like a week and a half.
Yeah, I would feel a whole lot worse if my spine wasn't impacted and then broken in half.
But I know it wasn't your fault.
I was going to say, you shouldn't feel too bad because you can't even walk. He's walking fine. He just had a bump on his face. But, come on, man. You were swinging that nightstick like a wild man. All right, people, here's the dealio. 2 out of 3 falls match. I'm going to set it up.
If you didn't see it on tape or if you weren't there live,
it's not on tape or anything.
Training number 1 will hook
It might
you
be
up.
on tape somewhere. All right, we're going to set it up right now. It's Mack Attack, the team of Massa Mack at Training number 1, taking on the convicts with Sergeant Muldoon. 2 out of 3 falls. First fall goes to the convicts by disqualification. Second fall to Monster Mack via moonsault. On the third fall, Sergeant Muldoon slips in the nightstick. Just as convict number 134452 is about to hit Monster Mack with the nightstick, Trainee number 9 grabs it and then proceeds to smack Monster Mack across the face with it, rendering him unconscious.
I don't think he did that on purpose.
By accident.
Accidentally.
Leading into fall number 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, Mac, the match is over. We're laying there. You got hit in the face. I got hit in the face. I got kicked. I got punched in the crotch.
Yeah, it was a pretty awful sight.
Then what happened? Give him the news.
Now, here
Give
it
him the
is.
411.
I don't know what provoked this or what
Here's
their
my deal.
is, but out of nowhere, Devin Blaze comes out of the curtain.
Bingo, bango. He hits the ring.
We don't know what he's doing here.
Yokes me up on the ropes. Slaps you up with a belt.
Not cool at
I chase him
all.
out of the ring. I get my hands in the belt from behind. Tommy Trainwreck.
Bang, the Minutemen back in WCW. We never thought we would see him again in WCW, but there they were.
Now, Mac, here's my big issue with what happened. The Minutemen haven't been seen since they lost to Marty Jannetty and Damian Darling for the Whaling City show that we took on the Convicts for the tag team titles in the Nightstick on a Pole match. And after that night, the Minutemen disappeared back into the mist, and they resurfaced, Mac, to try to make an impact, and they figured take it out on Mack Attack.
I guess because we're the top contenders for the belts, they figured they would take us out.
Mac, I think they were looking past the tag team titles. I'm not going to lie to you.
You think this might have a personal thing?
I think this might be a little personal. What do you think, Trainee number 9?
Well, honestly, you guys have wrestled them a number of times. I don't know. There's no reason for the crap that they pulled.
That is very true, but it might be a personal thing. I'm not sure. I know that we gather a lot
What did you do to them?
I think it's the lady situation. I'm always the
know,
ladies are always hitting me up and stuff like that.
Anytime there's a
and-
wrestling show and the Minutemen are around and we're around, it's the ladies, The ladies love the mask. They just dig the mask, and it looks like that the Minutemen get a little upset about that.
So basically, it's a jealousy issue because we're just so much more macking, so much more pimping, and their player skills just aren't up to par.
I think that's what it is. Personally, can we do a fact check on
Yeah,
that?
Andrew, can we get a fact check on what is the Minutemen ladies to male part ratio? Lady part to male part ratio. Let's see what that is.
So, anyways, Trainee number 9, I'm sorry that you took the brunt of this business, but they really put it down. They gave you...
Yeah, well, tell us what the
Not
experience
one.
was like getting the dirty beat down from the Minutemen. Because, I mean, we had just wrestled a 2 out of 3 falls match. We got knocked down, beat down by the Minutemen, rolled out, and they basically took their frustration out on you. They sent us a message through you. Tell us what that message was, Trainee.
All right, guys, let me put this all basically into perspective for you. After the match was over, I was standing there. Well, not really standing, kneeling, because I was in a great deal of pain. And out from behind, I was blindsided by that retard Devin Blaze. I didn't mean to say that. I'm idiot, little idiot.
We don't want to take it to we try to keep it, the PG, pal.
You're letting your feelings get ahead
At
of
least
you. I
PG-13.
understand.
I'm pretty sure that would still be censored. Don't say that stuff, man. That's not cool.
Just bleep me. I'm sorry. I'm a little profound with my profanity. So he blindsided me from behind. Bam. All I seen was spots everywhere. And apparently hit the ring, attacked you, pulled off his belt, hit you a couple times, Mac.
I just wanted to throw that in there. It's funny because every time I see a Minutemen match, all I see is spots everywhere. That's good.
Those spot monkeys. But, nothing. No insult there. I hope they don't take offense to this. But I hate them.
I hope they do.
I hate their faces. But, and then he whipped you, Monster Mac.
That's
He whipped you with the
absolutely
belt.
right. Can you believe it?
I can't.
No, I can't.
Went to
either.
go hit you again. And thank Jesus that trainee number 1 grabbed the belt from him. And then when he went to go hit you again, I saw Tommy Trainwreck. He barrels past me and smashes right into trainee number 1.
Ah.
Yeah, I told that story.
Yeah,
what-
but from there, that's when the beatdown really started to get intense. They stomped you out, poured water in your mouth. I was helpless. My body was numb at this point. And they hit the ring, beat you guys up, leave the ring, and they see me just laying there. So they pick me up, throw me in, and then they hit me with the clock stopper. You see, the first time, that's when I knew that my neck was compacted.
You
But-
not only took it once, number 9, but you had they weren't just finished with
I took
you.
it twice, Mac. Twice.
And that's why you're in this wheelchair today.
Picked me up again, and I swear when they flipped me, my whole spine disintegrated into pixie dust.
Oh, jeez. But the doctors say they can repair you, though. So you might be able
So
to
your
on
whole
feet.
spinal column's like a giant pixie stick, then? Is that what you're telling me?
That-
Slightly wrapped in something loose on the outside and, sprinkly and delicious on the
I'm
inside?
pretty sure they can mold that back together.
Basically, and just a lot of sugar.
Just a lot of built-up sugar.
That can be molded together.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. You just heat it up and melt it and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
he'll be all right. We'll get him back on his feet. We'll,
Mac, I'm getting worried that we got like a minute left.
One
we
minute.
we can go over a little bit.
well,
There's a little bit more I wanted to talk about.
oh, that's good because I have nothing else to talk about
Well,
besides how awesome I am, of course.
Of course, I mean, we could talk about that forever. But I just wanted to talk about a little bit more about who we're going to have on in the future. This is podcast number 2. Podcast number 3 and beyond, I want to try to start having guests on, random guests.
Oh, yeah.
Not just trainee number 9 and, fact-checking Grandrew. I wanted to have,
we're just testing the waters here.
right. We're
number-
checking it out.
number
And
one.
I'm really enjoying, call me trainee number 1, you son of a gun.
What?
Stop calling me number 1. I hate that. I wanted to have some other wrestlers on here, maybe some musicians. I talked to our old buddy HW, said he would be down to do a podcast with us.
You're always number 1 in my eyes.
Yeah, thanks, dude. But we got trainee number 9, got us to hook up. We might have Muldoon, to tell you the truth, on a future podcast. We're gonna sit down and we have our problems with Muldoon and whatnot, but
But
the man has done a lot. He worked for Vince's dad and future accolades, blah 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 blah. I don't want to talk about that right now, but Muldoon's a name thrown out there. There's some other names I heard. Referee Kevin Quinn was a big people voted for him a lot.
Nice.
Anthony Green hit me up personally, text messaged me and said, "Hey, I want to be on your podcast."
Yeah, I'm down to have all kinds
Apparently,
of
we
people
mentioned
on
him in the last
podcast.
one. I don't remember what we said about him, but apparently we brought him up in the last one. There was somebody else. Scott Levesque I'd want to have in here.
I'm sure we can set our differences aside with Scott Levesque and.
I don't.
bring him
Are there any
on.
differences anymore?
I have some beef.
You
with
still
him.
having beef with him? That's that. See, I'm not that mad at him. It's a long time ago. You know, it's
Yeah.
cool, man. I don't mind. We'll hang out. We'll talk a little wrestling. We'll see what's up. Eric Dillon, I think, is another name that was thrown out there. I think that'd be an interesting one since he's crazy. And
He's a madman.
yeah, he's a madman, and he'll have some crazy stuff to say. So that might be good. You have any suggestions, train number 9?
Yeah, I might. Wrestlers, you know? Why you always gotta have wrestlers? Can we bring in like a comedian?
Didn't I mention that we were gonna have some music friends on too? I'm pretty sure I
He
said that in
did
the
mention
beginning.
that number
I
9.
did not hear him say that. I wasn't listening.
You're wearing the headphones, and Mack's not wearing headphones, and he still heard me. How did you not hear me?
I'm watching the Colbert Report right now. I'm not paying attention.
Do I have to turn the TV off? Do I have to turn
I
it fully
think.
off?
I think.
no.
Well,
Keep it
luckily
on.
the podcast is just about
Yeah,
wrapping.
we're wrapping
up
it
right
up.
now,
But
so you can leave the
what
TV
is
on.
your suggestion, train number 9?
Well, I think we should bring in some names. I think we should bring in Vin Diesel. Could we bring him in?
Vin Diesel?
I have no interest in talking to Vin Diesel. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What else you got for us?
What about a B-list celebrity? We got Chris Kattan from
Catan.
Corky
Hey,
Romano.
Fat Track Cran Man.
How much
Can
is
you
it to
get
book
Catan?
Chris Kattan?
Who is Chris Kattan? Can somebody please tell me?
You don't
what
know
was he in?
Catan?
Who's Chris Kattan? I don't.
Corky Romano. I already said it. In SNL, too.
Oh, I know. I don't want to talk to that guy either. You're coming up with some terrible shit. What are we gonna talk to that guy? Hey, you were in that crappy movie
No,
where you
he's
changed
in
a bunch
that
of
one
costumes.
movie. Yeah, that one.
That movie sucks.
Does it?
I think so. I don't want to talk to that dude. Grandju, find out what Rotten Tomatoes says about Corky Romano. Who else are you bringing up here?
I'm sure Whoopi Goldberg would be cheap.
All right, train number 9. You're all done with microphones privileges for the night. We're not talking to Whoopi Goldberg. We're not talking to Chris Kattan. And we're not talking to Vin Diesel. It's not going to happen.
I
on
wouldn't
this
mind
podcast.
talking to.
What are you going to talk to Whoopi Goldberg about? Sister Act 2?
No.
What a terrible choice that was.
Oh man, talking trash about Sister Act. That ain't
No,
cool.
I didn't say a single solitary bad word about Sister Act. I was talking trash about Sister Act. Sister Act 2. Thank you very much.
Okay. In that case, that's fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this podcast has pretty much come to its end. We're talking about Whoopi Goldberg and Sister Act 2. Hold on, what's Grandrew? 6% of critics like Corky Romano. That's
That's good
6.
percentage right there.
That's out of 100, my friend.
Oh,
Corky Romano
100?
is the
Oh.
poops.
I thought it was
I'm
out of
saying it.
10.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that one out there, this has been Matt Cast episode number 2. I am trainer number 1.
Training number 9.
And always Monster Matt.